guys, it is Andrea, and today I'm coming at you with a little flip through. My nail is missing. I don't want to talk about it, but I did set up this personal planner. I have set up the pocket version of this Louis, and then I also did a setup of an A5 version of this Louis, so I figured I would just do the medium size while I'm at it. And I will show you kind of what I have plans for this as of right now. I don't think I'm going to be doing which I might have a couple pre-filmed, but I don't think I'm going to be doing plan with me's in my work planner right now because I'm thinking about trying a different way with no stickers, but I really want to be able to use the other sticker kits I've been liking, be able to kind of like push through some of the stock that I have of either my sticker kits that I don't get to put in my main planner or other shop sticker kits that I haven't been able to fit in my main planner. So I kind of decided that I want to start doing rewind spreads maybe on my own and then possibly posting them on Instagram. It kind of will be a little bit repetitive, but it'll just be like kind of just something fun for me to do by myself. I was thinking like, oh, how can I film it? And then I'm like, wait, I don't have to film every single thing that I do. So I did do a setup. This is a really, really simple setup. I'm sorry if I'm sure my nail is bothering you. I'm going to tuck it underneath. This is a really simple setup, but I just figured if you're more into simple setups, maybe this will give you a very simple idea. It took me maybe 20 minutes to do, obviously besides printing the inserts, but this is the medium Louis. It's either the GM or the MM or whatever they call it, but it's personal sized. I use a personal wide for all my work stuff, and then this is kind of like, I guess like personal things, but also work. I don't know, this is going to be kind of like, I guess, the scheduler, sort of. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. So I do have a piece of acetate here that I did cut to size, and I did put this, I think this is a Calligraphy by Lindsay vinyl decal on here. I think that's who it was. But this vinyl is so thin. It like ripped in 3 places. Thankfully, like I got it to look kind of decent, and this was the extra one she sent. She sent like an extra one because the little loop was off, but now I know for the next one that I have to be super, super careful. This is probably the thinnest vinyl I've ever worked with, but it does really look like super gorgeous. It looks like less like a raised vinyl and more just kind of like, almost like you foiled it. Like it looks like I could have printed it on there, which is kind of cool. And the back is silver. So I did use a Planner Society? Is that what it's called? No, Planners Anonymous. So many planners. Kit to set this up, and I did save all of the rest of the stuff and put it in my Bubba bin for whenever Bubba's older and wants to play with craft supplies. So I've been feeling good about that, like as far as like buying kits and not using all the pieces. I know that probably eventually somebody down the line will use it, or if I have any kids over, they can just like craft with all of the extra supplies. I did use Simply Gilded bows here, and I just marked 3 categories. I realized I could have marked 4, but honestly it took me a while to kind of figure out which bows I liked. I realized a lot of the shops that do these foil bows mostly do rose gold and hollow, so there wasn't a lot of gold options to pick from, but I did find some from Simply Gilded that I really liked. These 2 were on like a neutrals with 2 pinks, and then this one was like a really bright like summer one. So this is the first area, and then these inserts are from Annie's Printables, Annie Plans Prints, Annie Planned Printables, Printables by Annie Plans, and this was her Planner Society collab, and I just went ahead and like I did with my personal wide is I went ahead and printed these as like 1-pagers. Just because, like I said, I don't like writing on the back, and like I said in my other video, I do keep a bunch. I use a lot of scratch paper for writing notes. Like I have a really bad memory, so what I do is I rip them up into smaller sheets, and then whenever I need a little, like if I'm done with this list, I rip it out, and then I will make it into scrap paper, and I use these kind of like almost Post-its, but they're cheaper than Post-its, and I will just write like, oh man, I just remembered I need to do this like within the next like hour or so. Rather than writing my planner, I'll just write it in here, scratch it off, or if I need to do some math. I always find myself doing math on paper rather than a calculator. I don't really know why. So I have those in there, and then I also have these Jasenia lists from Jasenia Printables. I'll try and link both of them down below, but they're like where I go for printables. And these are like the double lists on 1 page. This was like a bundle. It had a bunch of stuff. It had like notes, daily, lists, weekly maybe, all in one. And then this I did again just print to one side just because, you know, I don't like writing on the back. It's kind of hard like in these ring binders and stuff to write on the back. So I did print a bunch of those and pop them in here. Then I do have the acetate that came with the kit, which this was the first, I think, Planners Anonymous kit that I got with the acetate. I think the rest of them didn't have it, but I'm really excited for that addition. And then this is the next little divider. This is my favorite die cut that they do because I'm like obsessed with big die cuts. And this is like has the information about the box on the back. So I wanted to put that on there just because I thought it looked really pretty, super pretty. And I always love the girl in there. She's always gorgeous. Then in here I did print off, and this is on both sides, the Jasenia Printables week on 4 page. I realize I cut it kind of crooked, which I don't know how I did that, but sounds like something I'm going to do. And I'm going to just like rewind plan in here personally and then maybe post the pictures on Instagram. It's kind of going to be, maybe I'll even just do it like as I like want to do it and like skip weeks because it's not dated. So just like maybe when I'm bored and I want to play with stickers, I'll do that. And then I also made this using the sequins that were in the kit as well as just some gold fine glitter and just laminated it. And I thought that looked really cool over this more basic watercolor background. And there's some bows on the back. And then I also have this, which I found in a drawer. And this is from So Much Crafting. She does printed inserts. So if you don't have the ability to print at home, or if you're just like, it's way easier just to have things printed, which I feel you on that one. She has really nice paper, really fast shipping times, and very affordable, I feel, pricing. So, and she has lots of options. Danielle's like literally the best. She's the sweetest person I think ever that I've like come across in the planner community. And she has the cutest kids. So I found these and I thought these would be really good for work, and what I'm going to do is whatever kits I use over here, since I'm not going to use checklists, I'll probably pull them over here and just pop the checklists in for work related duties, or I might just like write them in. And I've been realizing with my work planner that I put a full box in and then I have checklists. I usually only write the things that I know, like this day I need to do payroll and I need to put numbers on the Monday app, and then this day's Wiggle It Wednesday, this day I need to prep for Wiggle It Wednesday, this day I need to prep new releases, this day is new releases, and then like this day there's usually something going on, and then, you know, the 13th is like mystery spots open, and the 23rd is like spots for blah blah blah. So I could do that in there. And then I was thinking I could also even track like Instagram posts. I wanted to get better at posting like a specific thing per day, or I can even put Instagram over here and make sure I'm checking it off. But I feel like this is actually really good for the amount of things that I have to do for work. I could throw like a full box up here, over here, call it a day. So really like these. Didn't even realize I had them, but I do, so it works. And then this one I didn't put a tab on, but I have acetate with the paper, and I cut this down like in the middle because I thought the butterfly half looked really pretty. And then back here I just have some notes pages. Again, these are from So Much Crafting. She sells a variety of different types of notes pages, and I just threw a couple of little strips of the washi that came in the kit on here just for, I could actually probably turn these around. Now that's an idea. I never thought about that. Ooh, I like that. So the holes are in the middle, so I could always, like, whenever I print things, I could always print one right side and one upside down, and then whenever the notes are, whenever the to-do is over, I could flip it. I'm sure this was probably very common sense to everyone, and to me it was just like, that's been my aha moment. These beautiful flowers. So she does have some graph paper, is that what we call it, graph? Lined paper. I did throw a couple on the lines, and then some dot grid as well. So I had those just hanging around, and then I just put one of these in as like a backer. And then I just threw in the little stickers from here, which I will probably use on my notes pages that I make. And my notes will be mostly like listing. So this is kind of like a listing all over thing. I didn't put anything over here because I feel like I bought this pre-owned, and the pockets are really like, people had stuff in here, so they don't really like, if I put a piece of paper in here, it's gonna fly out like right away. And even with down here, this is like very like open, do you know what I mean? It's not like secure, so anything that I put in there would just be a real pain in my butt. So that's everything for this little flip through. I hope you guys liked it. Again, sorry about my thumbnail. I know it's not very cute, but I hope you guys like it. I'll try and link everything down below that I know of, and I hope you guys like this, even though it's a little bit more of a basic flip through, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.